January 16th, 2021. Miami Valley Christian Academy Lady Lions versus the Lockland Panthers. Girls varsity. Interesting facts, Lockland has only played one game this year. We're not quite sure why. Well, I mean, likely COVID. And I was expecting the girls to take the court, but they didn't. Looks like the referees are expecting the same thing. Here come the Lions. Melody takes center, but she's got a tall girl she's going up against this time. She's going to have to jump to get this one. We'll see how that goes. Ball goes down. It's up. Oh, Melody gets it. Tosses it back to Molly. Molly down to Kaylee. Kaylee works her way in. She stops, tosses it over to Evie. Evie works her way up. Oh, she gets the ball stolen from her. Picked up by 25. Oh, yep. What number is that? 22 passes to 10, who sends it down to 3, who gives it to 1. 1 likes to shoot threes. Let's see if she does that this time. They're setting up their play. Passes to 10, 1 cuts in, passes to 32. 32 passes to 10, 10 drives her way under the basket. She shoots, it's over the rim, or hits the rim, bounces off. Ball's out, it's free. Kaylee had her hand on it, ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes to Miami Valley, touched by number 1 on the way out. Kaylee works her way down, tosses to Melody, Melody to Evie. Evie drives her around, she shoots, doesn't score. Ball's picked up by number 22. All the way down to, pass to number 1. It was intended for Molly, but intercepted by number 1. Then went to Laura somehow. Laura threw Laura's hand. I'm sorry, Laura blocked it. Oh, I don't know, you saw it. You're a better judge than I. Number 1 looking to give the ball a home. She can't find a place for it. She tosses it up to number 3, who takes a shot, goes off the rim and backboard, bounces out. 3 picks it back up again, tosses it to 1, who gets it to 10. 10 shoots. 2, no good, doesn't even touch the rim. Goes out of bounds, ball goes to Miami Valley. Good call, Melody, on letting that one go. Referee giving Evie some advice. Gives the ball to Molly. Looks like we've got a hard press. Off to Evie. Evie works her way up the court. She stops. She tosses it back to Kaylee. Kaylee tosses it way down to Melody, who wasn't ready, but she ended up getting it. Melody turns. Melody tosses it to Molly. Molly tops it up, and no good. Picked up by number 10. Number 10 to 22. 22 down to 1. Oh, 1 almost loses it. Picks it back up again. Almost intercepted by Laura. And now the Lockland's setting up their play. She tosses it to the 10. 1 cuts in. She gets the ball. She can't shoot. It's picked up by Molly. Molly steals the ball, passes it off to Kaylee. We got another hard press. Kaylee down to Molly. Molly way down to Laura, but over her head. Ball goes to Panthers. It might be zoomed in a little too much. Yeah, let's try that. Number 1 ball takes the ball at the top of the key. Got 32 all the way behind her. Not sure why. 32 cuts up and ball bounces out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers, knocked out by Kaylee. I was actually watching something else. I was trying to figure out what number 32 was up to. All right, number 3 is looking to give the ball home. She's going to toss it over to 1. Oh, 1 almost loses it, but she catches it. Nice sticky fingers there. Number 1's she's trying to fake out Kaylee. She takes a shot, no good. Picked up by Molly, and we got a jump. Jump ball possession. Between number 10 and number 10. Possession to the Panthers on the jump. Give it home. She tosses it to 3. 3 loses it. Out of bounds, ball goes to the Lions. Molly tosses it in the field. Kaylee works her way down the court. Over to Molly. Oh, off of Molly, and she had the ref in her way, so ball goes to... I don't think she would have gotten it anyway. Ball goes to the Panthers. Number 10 tosses it into 1. Over there. Number 1 to 3. 3 into 10. 10 pops it up and no good. Picked up by Evie. We've got hard pressed by number 22. Evie tosses it to Kaylee. Kaylee way down to Laura. Laura stops. Laura shoots. No good. Picked up by, oh, it's up and out. Number 22 gets it. She's down on the ground. And possession of the Panthers. Timeout called by the Panthers. Good call by their coach. That player couldn't do anything. She had no help. This timeout brought to you by Possum, nature's underdog. Possums eat dangerous ticks, mites that would otherwise be on us. Possums eat snakes, and possums are great as a roadside snack when prepared with a can of fava beans. Possum. The girls are back on the court. Number 10's going to get the ball right over here. The refs are taking their positions. Everybody's happy, they'll get going. Number 10 tosses it to 1. And works her way down the court. She tosses it over to 3. 3 under 10, who's under the basket. She can't shoot though, she's got Laura on her. She gives it to 10. She takes a shot, oh, off the rim. Picked up by 32, who tosses it back to 22. 22 bobbles it, picks it up again, tosses it way over 3. 3 on the far outside. She's getting up there. Number 1's going to cut to the right. Number 3's trying to figure out where to go with it. She tosses it to 1.
You're doing good out there. Keep it up.
1 wants to shoot it, but she can't, so she tosses it back to 3. And then, oh, Kaylee gives it off to Molly. Nice interception, Kaylee. Kaylee works her way down the court. She crosses the half point, tosses it over to Melody. Melody stops. She tosses it back to Kaylee. Kaylee into Molly. Molly turns and shoots. She gets fouled, but it doesn't get called. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's to the Panthers. 10-1. Looks like the Panthers are picking up their pace of the game. 1 at the top of the key, tosses it to 10. 10-22. 22 works her way under the basket, pops it up, and no good. Recovered by Molly, who gets kicked by number 22. Molly tosses to Kaylee, number 1 on Kaylee. Molly way down to Melody. Melody to Evie. Evie shoots. No good. Picked up by Kaylee. Oh, but goes out of bounds. Ball goes to the Panthers. 3 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first period. Number 1. Top of the key, tosses to 3. 3, oh, no handoff. She drops it, picks it back up again. She's got Molly on it. She passes to 1 who's all by herself on the basket, who gets plowed by Laura. Doesn't make her shot. Doesn't get called either. Oh, and it looks like we've got 3 on the board. First score, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first period. We got Molly down to Kaylee. Kaylee's got girls all over. Tosses to Laura. Laura up. Oh, no good. Picked up by Melody, who pops it up and in. That's 2. 3-2. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left in the game. 53 seconds rather. Looks like we've got a game now, ladies and gentlemen. 3-22, but intercepted by Molly. Molly drives her way down the court. She stops, she passes it over to Melody. It bounces off of somebody. It bounces off of number 32, goes out of bounds. Lion ball. To all the parents that I'm blocking right now, I apologize. Abby to Abby. Abby gets fouled. Ball stays with the Liners.
Blocking foul called on number 22. Teal stands in the block.
What he said. Over to Melly. Oh, it's off the top of her fingers, picked up by 1. She was surprised to get it, but she's not stopping. She's driving her way down to the basket, and she does a nice layup. Pops it in, 5-2. Ball gets picked away from Kaylee, picked up by Molly. Molly tosses it over to Abby. Abby back to Molly. Molly into Kaylee. Oh, Kaylee's got people on top of her though. She stops, she tosses to Abby, who's by herself. Abby shoots, no good. Abby recovers, and Abby gets fouled. 2 shots. Looks like the refs are picking up on this game's getting a little bit rougher. Hopefully they're trying to put a stop to it. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a foul on number 2. Abby lining up for her first shot. It's up. It's good. 5-3. Loved by her fellow players. One more shot to go. And it's no good. It's off of some fingers. Can't tell who that was off of. Molly's got it, but she's getting mugged. And are we calling a foul or a jump? We're calling a jump. Possession of the jump goes to the Lions.
Substitution Lions, number 4, Kalina Johnson.
Kalina back in after a little spout a couple of games ago. She's doing much better now. We're happy to have her back. Thank you, Kalina. Molly's looking for help. She tosses it to Kaylee. Kaylee takes a 3, but no good. Picked up by 10. Kid number 1 drives down to the basket again. She gets fouled, maybe? Or does Molly foul? Oh, Molly fouled by getting
Foul number 10, Molly Bozier. Shooting 2 for Lockland.
She wasn't shooting. She was driving to the basket. Okay, that's better. See, I knew I saw it right. Number 1 way back to 3. 3's got girls all over. She tosses it off to 1. 1's going to work to drive up to the basket again. She's got number 3. She says, pick for her. She tosses it off to 3. 3 works her way around Molly. Can't get through. Tosses it back to 1. It's tipped off by Kaylee. Kaylee gets the ball. Kaylee drives to the basket. She gets fouled on the shot. That's 3 fouls for Lockland. Or is that 4? 2 shots.
Shooting 2 for Lions, Kaylee Grosjean.
Oh, barely no good. Just off the rim. A little love from her players. It's nice to see. Lines up her second shot. And it's good. 5-4. 1 minute, 31 seconds left in the first period. Number 1 drives her way down the court. She stops. Takes her time, lets her players set up. Moves the top key, tosses it off to 3. 3 takes a 3. No good. Picked up by 10 though, and 10 travels. Ball to the Lions. Kalina's getting mugged. She gets fouled by number 3. That's 4 fouls for the Panthers. All right, Kaylee gets the ball. Kaylee gives it back to Molly. Molly tosses it to Kalina, but it goes out, but it's picked up by Melody and Kalina are in there. That's going to be a jump. Possession on the jump, I think, goes to the Lions. Or no, the Panthers.
Jump ball. Ball goes Lockland.
Number 1 to 2. 2 back to 1. 1 crosses the halfway point, very leisurely fashion. She's sitting there. She's going left. She's going right. She's trying to figure out where her own is. She tosses it to 3. 3 can't shoot. She pops out. She tosses it into 2. 2 tosses it up and in. 44 seconds left. 7-4. Molly to Kalina, but out of bounds, or out of her hands. Picked up by 1. 1 drives to the basket, tosses up to 22, and out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions. Kalina down to Abby. Oh, off her fingers and out of bounds. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Let's try that. Number 10 to 1. One works her way down the court, crosses the halfway point. No pressure here. Plenty of time to set up. She tosses it over to 3. 3 can't take a 3, so she tosses it into 1. Who cut across, back to 3. 3 stops and takes a shot over the basket, picked up by Melody. Melody down to Molly. Oh, but intercepted by number 1. 1 stops and takes a shot. Nope, picked up by Melody again. Given to Kaylee, and we end of the first period. All the way down to Molly. That would have been a good shot.
At the end of the first quarter, your Lockland Panthers lead 7-4.
Start of the second period. Lions down by 3. Oh, you're not going to see that. Lions down by 3. The girls are taking the court. Abby tosses the ball into Kaylee. Kaylee works across the line. She tosses it to Abby. Abby to Abby. Abby gets fouled, but that's not counted. Back to Abby. Back to Laura. Laura drives her way around 1. She tosses it to Abby. Abby gets around 3. She shoots. No good. Picked up by number 22. 22 drives her way down the court. She tosses it to 2. It's through her legs and out and down and around. They gets it off to 3. 3 takes a nice leisurely 2. No good. Picked up by 22, but then through her fingers, picked up by Abby. Abby to Melody. Melody to Kaylee. Kaylee gets the ball batted away and fouled. Number 1.
Foul number 1, Lockland via Roundtree.
Panther ball.
Second personal foul. Team's 5th.
2 more fouls and we're on the 1-1 for the half. Kaylee's trying to get around number 1. She can't do it. She tosses it over to Abby, but it threw over her head. Out of bounds, ball goes to the Panthers. Number 1 gets the ball. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle a pad here while I do this. For my many and copious notes. Number 1 to 2. 2 gets pounded by Evie. Gives it off to 3. 3 back to 1. 1 shoots a 3 and sinks it. That's 10. Off to Abby, but Abby's right in the middle of 2 other girls. Number 22 picks it up. 22 drives her way down the court, passes it up to 3. 3 takes a 2. She sinks it. Or 1 takes a 2 and sinks it. Laura down the court. Laura, don't toss it to people who have 2 people on them. Number 1 tosses it up and in. That's 14-4. Timeout called by the Lockland or by the Lions. Full minute.
Points for number 1, Roundtree.
The timeout. This timeout brought to you by Marvin's Magnets. Marvin's Magnets makes messy meetings more magnificent and more Maryland. No, I said that wrong. Marvin's Magnets makes messy meetings magnificent and more Maryland. Lions ball. Knocked out of bounds, stays with Lions.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
So Lockland's pressing hard.
In the lead for Lockland, number 32, Julian Nelson.
Ball goes to Evie. Evie back to Molly. Almost picked off by 1. Back to Evie again. Evie drives her down the court. She's got number 2 on her. And 22. She tosses it up to Abby. Abby gets around 32. Abby's looking to give it a home. She tosses it over to Abby. Gets picked off by number 3. And she tosses it to 2. 2 way down to 1. 1 drops it, picks up again, and then she gets fouled by Molly.
Fouls on number 10.
Number 1 seems really good at stepping inside their opposing player's feet and falling. I wonder if she's doing it on purpose or if that's just Molly. Don't know. It's really not intentional. Number 1 looking to give the ball a home. Tosses it into 2. 2 back to 22. 22 comes around. She shoots. No good. Picked up by Get it up there, girls. Picked up by him. We've got Kalina. Oh, good. Everything she's got. Ball goes to the Panthers. Tosses it into 3. 3 wants to take a 3, but doesn't do it.
What's ball?
Tosses it back to 1. 1 wants to take a 3. Drives her way under the basket. She travels.
That's the way to be on team. Good job.
Hey, maybe if my finger was out of the shot, you'd see what was going on. Evie makes her way across the line. She's looking to give it. She needs help. She tosses it to Laura. Laura into Melody. It's over Melody's hands. Out of bounds. Ball goes to the Panthers. Down to 3. One works her way down the line. We've got 32 going to the backcourt again. That's just throwing me off. Number 2. Back to 1 again. 1 to 3. What? Not the 3. She fakes her out. Passes to 2022. 22 takes a 2. It's off the board, picked up by Kalina. Kalina drives her way down. She's got number 2 on her. It's tipped out of bounds. Stays with the Lions. Molly tying her shoe. Evie into Molly. Molly way down the court, out of bounds. As he said, the ball goes to the Panthers. Number 1 into 3, she crosses the line. And he's going to let her do it again. I think maybe he didn't check the ball first. I don't know. Number 1 down to 22. 22 drives under the basket. She shoots, doesn't score. Picked up by Melody. Melody to Molly. Molly to Laura. Laura to Molly. Molly drives her way down the court. She stops. She's got 1 all over her. She tosses it up to Melody. Melody stops. She shoots. No good. Picked up by Kalina. Kalina to Laura, but it's knocked out of bounds by 22. Ball stays with the Lions. This is a rough game. Looking to give it a home. Tosses it back to Molly. Molly into Laura. Laura turns. She gets tipped, but it goes to Melody. Melody pops it up. Oh, it off the rim. Picked up by Molly. Or Laura. Laura to Evie. Evie to Molly. Molly back to Kalina, who's by herself. Kalina pops it up off the backboard. Goes to Melody. Melody up and off the backboard. And we've got a foul on the court. Number 2 on Melody, which is ironic.
Way to work, Melody.
Melody gets 2.
Fouls on 22 team stops and shooting.
Melody considering a career as a neuropathological surgeon. First one's no good.
That's all right.
Pathways of the brains and the intricacies of that have always fascinated her. Of course, that's not true. Up and no good. Picked up by number 22. Number 22 drives her way down the court. She's not going to stop. Oh, she barrels into Kalina. Gets the ball back, shoots it up and scores. We've got a stop on the court. 22's injured. She's down. It looks like she's going to be out. Looks like ankle. Where she's holding up. All right, she's walking. That's good. She may be back. Is she playing? She's playing. All right. Kalina. Back to Molly. Molly drives her down, tosses it up to Kalina. Kalina over to Evie. Evie travels. That's all right. That was a good play. Number 10 tosses it in. Number 1. 1 to 2. 2 tosses it to 10, who's by herself under the basket, but she's got Laura on her, and she travels. Miami ball. Miami Valley ball. Miami Valley Christian Academy ball. Miami Valley Christian Academy Lions ball. Miami Valley Christian Academy Lady Lions ball. Molly to Evie. Evie back to Molly, and Molly drives her way down the court. She tosses it to Kalina, but through her hands. It's picked up by Melody. Melody gets fouled, but tosses it off to Molly. Molly down to Laura, but out of her hands. Over her hands. Ball goes to Lockland. Substitution. We got Kaylee in and Evie out. Number 10 and number 1. Number 1 to 2. 2 wants to give it back to 10 because it's back to 1. 1 drops it, picks it back up again, tosses it to 32. 32 looks for the ball. She gives it off to 3. 3 stops, tosses it to 1. 1 drives her way under the basket. She's up, and she gets fouled and makes the basket.
3 points. Anaya Roundtree. Basket counts, foul, Lions, 44. Belgium shooting 1. Anaya Roundtree.
Little known fact about Anaya, her father is a ditch digging billionaire. Oh, and the basket's good. That's not true either. There's a whole backstory I was going to tell you about how he went from rags to riches and hard work and all that, but looks like number 3 gets it. Tosses it to 1, to 2, and number 2 travels.
Traveling violation of the Lions basketball.
Molly to Kalina. Kalina back to Molly. Molly drives. She goes left, she goes right. She tosses down to Kaylee. Kaylee up to Melody. Melody chops, she dribbles, she stops. Oh, she should have shot. She passes it back to Kaylee. Kaylee's got 1 all over her. She shoots, and it's picked up by number 1. Number 1 hands off to number 10. 10 back to 1. 1 wants to take a 3, but decides to drive the center instead. Passes it to 32, who loses it, picks it up again. Picked up by Melody. Melody gives it a home. Passes it to Molly. Molly to Kaylee. Over to Molly. Oh, that was Laura. Laura picked it up. There we go. That's how it's done. 1 minute 43 seconds left in the second period.
Watch the ball.
And
Watch the ball.
the Lions make a basket. We got a 2 shot by number 3, but doesn't make it in. Out of bounds. Ball stays with the Panthers. Off of Kalina. Ball goes to 2. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Molly. Molly off to Laura. Laura almost gets it picked off. She gives it back to Molly again. Back to down to Kalina. Kalina crosses the halfway point. Kalina to Kaylee. Kaylee drives her up back to the top of the key. Gives it to Molly. Molly stops. She shoots. No good. Saved by Kalina. Picked up by Molly. Molly to Kaylee. Kaylee to Laura. Laura shoots. No good. Picked up by Melody. She shoots. No good. Picked up by Melody. She shoots. She scores. 8-19. 8-19. 55 seconds left in the second period. Lockland with a pretty commanding lead. Number 2 travels again.
Traveling violation of Lions basketball.
50 seconds left. We got some substitutions. We got timeout called by the Lions.
Timeout Lions. 30 seconds timeout.
30 seconds. That's the end of the timeout. Lions ball over here. 50 seconds left in the second half. Or the first half. Second period. Third octet. What? You want more hand sanitizer? My son wants more hand sanitizer. So I'm going to reach into my pocket here and give it to him. You're welcome. Molly to Kaylee. And my son puts my hand sanitizer back in my pocket. Off to Abby. Abby takes a shot. Oh, no good. And we've got foul on Laura.
Foul's on number 15, Laura Mosher.
Didn't see the foul, but Laura seemed to know she did it. I'll talk to her about it later. Number 5 gives the ball to 1. 39 seconds left. Number 1 drives her way down. 32 takes the backcourt off to 2.
Hands up, watch the ball.
2 hands of 3. 3 takes a long shot, no good. Picked up by 10. 10 to 2. 2 up, no good. To 10. 10 up and in. If they keep getting the rebounds, they're going to start making they're going to get the baskets. 8 to 21. 18 seconds left. Kaylee down to Molly. Molly to Melody. Melody's getting fouled left and right, but not called. Up to Molly. Molly shoots, no good. Almost through Laura, but Laura's worried about fouling again. So number 3. 3 works her way down the court. She shoots, no good. Picked up by number 5. And that's the end of the second half. The second half brought to you by, who's that brought to you by? Brought to you by Tiny Tots Sleepy Time Daycare. At Tiny Tots, we are well aware of the issues with children today, not getting the proper amount of sleep. Pressure to be always online and always on the go begin at a very early age. Lack of sleep can lead to diminished capacity to learn, weight gain, and loss of focus. With that in mind, we've introduced the revolutionary Sleepy Time program. Upon arrival, your child is escorted to their very own sleep pod, whereupon he, she, or it are placed in a medically induced coma for the duration of the day. During the slumber, your precious child will be exposed to the neurologically stimulating sounds of Mozart, Beethoven, John Williams, AC/DC Tchaikovsky, and John Philip Sousa. Upon awakening, your child will be treated to a nutritious vegetarian protein vitamin shake as a special treat just before pickup. For children entering early teens, we also have a new 7-year program, which will ensure that both you and your child can skip those awkward and emotional years of development. Please be aware that this is not medically recommended nor a necessarily safe practice. No food or drink 12 hours prior to arrival. Start of the second half. Lions 8, Panthers 21. Panthers get the ball here at the half.
Hey, you guys are close. You can do this. Come on. Got a whole half.
Okay, 10 tosses to 1.
Drop down. Look past the 3. Go past that 3.
Number 1 walks around 3.
Drop down.
3 to 11. They're picking each other very nicely. 22 gets the ball. 22 works her way around Kaylee. She gets the ball tipped. Picked up by Melody. Melody back to Kaylee. Good job, guys. Off to Molly. Molly to Laura. Laura stops. She shoots. She doesn't score, but it's picked up. Oh, somehow number 1 got that one right through Melody's fingers. Number 1 drives her way down the court.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball.
She goes to 3. 3 shoots a 3. Sinks it. 24 to 8.
When you get out on it, it's fine. It's good.
Kaylee to Molly. Molly drives her way in. She can't get it. The ball gets tipped by 10. Picked up by 1. 1 drives her way down the court. She tosses it down to 3, but it's picked by Haley. Not Haley. Evie. Sorry. Ball stays with the Panthers. Number 1
Watch the ball.
tosses it to 3. 3's by herself. She's Joelle. Can't do her 3. She travels. She did a little skip there. Ball goes to the Panthers. No, it doesn't. Ball goes to the Lions. Pick a cat. Kaylee works her way down the court. Off to Evie. Evie to Melody. Melody stops. She shoots. No good. Picked up by number 10. 10 to 1. 1 drives her way down the court. She tosses it. Oh, no, she doesn't toss it. She goes to the top of the key. Comes around. Waiting for the play to set. She's going to toss it over to 10, I bet. Or 3. 10 and 3 are kind of by themselves. Yep, 10. 10. Oh, walks into Laura. Back to 1. 1 works her way around Molly and then Melody. Shoots, misses, rebound by Laura Mosier. Laura drives her way down the court. She stops. She gets foul on Laura by number 1.
Personal foul number 1 on Nia Roundtree.
Not sure about that. She kind of tripped on her as she was down.
Got post.
Molly to Kaylee.
Personal foul for Nia Roundtree.
First foul of the second half. Kaylee to Melody. Melody to Evie. Evie takes a shot. No good. Picked up by Melody. Melody takes a shot. No good. Picked up by Kaylee. Kaylee off to Molly. Molly, oh, out of bounds. Ball goes to the Panthers. Sure, number 10. I thought number 10 tipped it out of bounds. That's all right. 10 to 1. 1 works her way on the court. Nice leisurely fashion. 32 takes the back court.
Good job. Good.
Number 1 off to 3. Number 1 cuts around. Number 3 drives her way up. She drives into Melody and travels. A little encouragement from Melody's dad. Good job, Melody, from her dad. It's good to hear. We've got some really supportive parents down here at Miami Valley. And it looks like we've got a pretty supportive team for Lockland as well. We've got to hold off because the girl's tying her shoes, so they're going to start her over. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third period. Over to Kaylee. Kaylee works her way up to the top of the key. She stops. She can't shoot. She gives it to Abby. Abby tosses it, but gets tipped by 10. 10 recovers, tosses it to 1. 1 works her way down the court. She tosses it way down to 22. Got Kaylee on her. 22 gets around Kaylee. She stops. She tosses it back to 10. 10's driving her way around. She gives it to 1. 1 at the top of the key, tosses it to 32. 32 back to 1. 1 to 10. 10 tries to drive her way up the center. Abby's in her way. She tosses it back to 1. 1 drives her way under. She tosses it up and over the basket. Picked up by 32. Pops it up and in.
2-point basket number 32, Juliana Olsen.
26 to 8. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the third period. She tosses it way down to Melody. Melody stops and gets fouled by number 10.
Officials timeout.
Looks like Kaylee's getting checked out. She's bleeding apparently. So, like, the player was injured. So the refs are forcing a sub because of the timeout. Kaylee got elbowed apparently, but the Panther assistant coach went over to make sure she was okay, or she might be the nurse. Molly to Laura. Laura tries to shoot, but it gets blocked. Number 1 picks the ball, works her way down the court. Tosses it into 3. 3 drives her way around. She tosses it over 22. She's by herself. She takes a shot. No good. Picked up by Abby. Tosses it, and it goes out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers. That was a good call. Number 1 looking to give it a home. She tosses it over to 3. 3 works her way around, tosses it to 10. 10. Something happens. Out of bounds on 1. Lions ball. Heavy to Molly. Molly works her way down the court.
Hold yourself too far under, Molly. There you go.
She fakes out. Oh, tosses it to Laura. Laura under the basket, pops it up over the basket, but Melody picks it up. Oh, over the basket. Melody pops it up again. Oh, under the basket. Melody picks it up again. Oh, under the basket. Oh, and ball's knocked out of Laura's hands. Foul. Shooting foul, it should be. 2 shots.
Personal foul block number 22, Tia Costanzo.
Use that flag. You have to do that. You're doing good.
15.
Keep working.
lines up to take her first shot. It's good. Little known fact about Laura, when she was born, she was immediately tested with a 252 IQ. It's not true, of course. She actually, when she was born, she was very suspicious of the world. Squinting her eyes and looking back and forth like, what is this? She knows where she is now. Second shot's up, and no good. Picked up by number 10. 10-1. I saw the red hair, but I couldn't tell what the number was. It had that red hair. 22 has it too. 22 takes a shot, and it's recovered by Kalina. Kalina's got number 3 on her, and she gets fouled. I don't know what that call was.
Jump ball possession will stay with the Lions.
I guess that was a jump. There's nobody there, guys. You can throw it to whoever you want. There you go. Kalina to Molly, Molly to Abby. Abby shoots. No good. Melody picks it up, and it gets knocked out of her hands.
Foul on 32, Juliana Goldsmith. Shooting 2, number 44.
Melody lines up for her first shot. It's up. It's no good. Yeah, a little love from her players. It's good to see.
Number 3, Kaylee Roach.
Kaylee's back in. Lara's out. Lines up for her second shot. And it's good. 10-26, 3 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third period. And the ref said, hey, you took the ball out without showing it to me. Or something. All right, I don't know what happened. What was the call? Out of bounds, okay. She stepped out of bounds. Or over the line, or something. Across the plane. She hit the submarine. Kaylee takes a 3, sinks it. 13-26. Fantastic, Kaylee. Number 1 tosses it to 32. 32's got Kalina all over. She tosses it back to 3. 3 picks it up. We've got over and back. Lions ball. Timeout called by the Lions coach. Beautiful woman over on the sidelines. That's the end of the timeout. Timeout brought to you by Red Wigglers. You've got worms. You need worms too. Red Wigglers, best fishing supplies this side of the Mississippi. Abby's got the ball. Ref actually has the ball. He's going to stand there until the Panthers get it in place. Gives the ball to Evie. Evie to Kalina. Kalina, oh, to Kaylee, but number 1 picks it off. Oh, to Abby, but number 1 picks it off. Number 1 down and under, but doesn't make it in. Picked up by Abby. She's got 3 girls on. She tosses it off to Molly. Molly drives her way down the court. They don't press Molly anymore. Molly stops. Molly shoots. No good. Picked up by 32. 32 off to 1. 1 way down to 3. 3's got Molly on. She's on the ground. She knocks it out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions.
Basketball in the game for Lockland. Number 2, Mary Domingo Sales.
So number 2's in. I don't know who's out. 32's out. So both teams have their taller girls out. Kaylee almost traveled, but she didn't. She tosses it down to Kalina. Kalina's getting mugged. She tosses it over to Evie. Evie stops and gets the ball taken away from her by 3. 22 picks it up and drives down the court. She's going to go all the way if she can help it. She pops it up and no good. Ball's picked up and out of bounds. Lockland ball, even though Molly was blatantly pummeled out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds, open Panther basketball.
Number 1's going to toss it in. She's going to toss it to 2.
Good job.
No, she's going to toss it to 10, who knocks it out. Probably takes it out of bounds. Lions ball, 2 minutes left, and 1 second left in the third period. 26-13. Panthers doubling the score of Miami Valley at this point. Miami Valley is getting good practice right now. And Molly up and in. That's how a play is done. 15-26. No longer doubling the score. 1 minute 48 seconds left. Number 1 waiting for the play to set up. She's getting counted. She loses it, goes out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions. Abby gives the ball to Kalina. Kalina works her way down the court. She drives. She crosses the halfway point. She tosses it down to Molly. Molly stops. Molly shoots and gets fouled on the shot.
Fouls on number 3, Diane Cunningham. Shooting 2. Number 10, Molly Mosier.
Molly was born 4 minutes after her sister, Laura. First one's no good. Quite unusual. Molly's usually a pretty high percentage shooter in the free throw range. She takes her time. She lines it up. She shoots. No good also. Picked up by right to 22. 22 drives her way down. She gets under the basket. Does a layup. No good. Picked up by Molly. Rebound. Molly drives her way down. She's got number 2 on her. She stops. She gets around 2 and she travels. That's okay, Molly. Ten to Molly. Molly wanted her point back, and she scores. 17-26. Molly to 22, 3-22, 22 works her way into the basket, pops it in. Abby to Kaylee. Kaylee to Molly. Molly gets fouled. Fouled 10. That's 5 fouls for the Panthers. 54 seconds left in the third period. Kaylee way down to Kalina. Kalina's got 22 on her. Back to Kaylee. Kaylee over to Abby. Abby into Evie. Evie turns. She can't shoot. She gives it back to Abby. Abby drives it to the center. She tosses it off to Kaylee. Kaylee's trying to figure out where to go with it. She gives it back to Abby. Abby into Laura, but it gets picked off by number 1. Off to 3, who loses it. Picked up by Abby, who shoots. Doesn't score. It's on the floor. It goes to 1. One's going to out of bounds on number 1. 23 seconds left in the third period.
Personal foul, number 11, Emily Angelo.
I didn't notice it before, but I noticed at the break. Number 10 has some really shiny shoelaces. Number 10 tosses the ball into 1. 21 seconds left. Number 1 to 2. 2 travels. Ball goes to Miami Valley with 16 seconds left in the third period. 26-17. Ball goes to Kaylee. Kaylee way down to Kalina, but it's through her fingers, picked up by 3. 3 picks it up. Kalina picks it up from her, and then we've got a jump. Possession's going to go to the Panthers on the jump. 8 seconds left. Oh, we got a foul on the Panthers. Miami Valley ball. Didn't see that. I called that completely wrong. And again, I'm not a ref and don't know anything about basketball. 8 seconds left. Ball goes to Abby. Abby works her way over, tosses to Kalina. Kalina takes a 3. Oh, no good. Goes to number 2. 1 second left, and that's travel with 0.1 seconds left in the third period. So this has to be a turn and shoot. And that's the end of the third period.
The end of the third quarter, your Panthers lead 28-17.
Start of the fourth period, 28 for the Lockland Panthers, 17 for Rainy Valley Christian County Lions. Ball starts out with the Panthers to number one. Number one's got Molly on her. Molly tips the ball away. Wow, Molly fouls her. Second foul.
Lions, number 10, Molly Motion, her third, team second.
Come on, girls, tough feet.
Number one's looking to find it at home. She tosses in 22. Bad pass picked up by Molly. Molly drives her way down the court. She stops. She travels. Forget the fact that she was pushed. Number 10 gives it a 3. 3's holding on to it. She decides to go ahead and go up to the basket. She gets Evie, steals the ball from her, but she fouls Evie.
Fouls on number 3, Diane Cunningham, her fourth. Team 7, shooting 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Look at that. 7 fouls.
Come on, Eddie.
Evie has invented a new line of hair care products. Very good. First one's good. Her shoes on. No, is that her shoe or is that Nike? That's the Nike symbol. 18-28. Second shot's up. It's good. 19-28. 7 minutes 40 seconds left in the game. Number 10 with the shiny shoelaces. It tosses it over to 22. 22 likes to drive, but she's going to toss it all the way over to 3. 3's got 3 girls on. She shoots. She can't get it because Evie stopped it. Kalina tosses it down to number 1. Number 1 to 3 and out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions.
Good D down there. Good D. Come on, girls. You got plenty of time.
Kalina works her way down the court. Gives it to Molly. Molly turns. She shoots. She gets tipped. Picked up by 3. Molly's all over it. What was that? Lions ball, number 3, apparently was being a little violent. Was he calling a volley? I'm not sure what that means. You can look it up. But Lions ball under their own basket. Molly's looking to give it a home. She tosses it to Lara. Goes out of bounds on number 1. Ball stays with the Lions. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. The next possession goes to the Lions. Molly gives it to Abby. Abby gets fouled, but picks it back up again. She tosses it to Molly. Molly into Lara. Lara dribbles. She tosses it to it gets knocked to number 10. Number 1 drives her way down the court. She shoves Abby out of the way. She stops. She tosses it up, and it goes in! Unbelievable. As she's falling to the ground, she tosses it up and in. Ball goes to Abby. Abby up and in. Right back at you, 30-21. 6 minutes left in the game. 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Number 1 drives her way down, and there's something on the court. I don't know who that went to.
Fouls on the Lions, number 3, Katie Varsity.
Thank you, announcer.
Good D, Lions.
Number 3 is looking to give it a home. She's going to toss it to 32. Nope, way back to 1, and ooh, and the intentional shove by White, 32.
Intentional foul on number 32, Juliana Golson.
That's a technical. Lara gets 2 shots. Lara looks at the ball, makes sure it meets her specifications. She lines up that first shot. And it's no good. 2 summers ago, Laura made a practice and a goal and made 54,000 shots during the summer. Ball's up. It's good. 22-30. With that, the ball goes to the Lions at the sideline. And Evie's going to toss the ball to Kaylee. Kaylee works her way down the court. Off to Abby. Abby back to Evie. Evie drives around. She shoots. It's no good. Picked up by number 10. 10 tosses to 3. 3 works her way down the court. She goes to shoot. She can't get the ball off. She gets stolen by Molly and picked up by Abby, or knocked away by Molly, picked up by Abby. Goes to Kaylee. Kaylee to Molly. Molly's getting mugged on the court. The ball gets stolen from her. It's down. It's on the ground. It's rolling around. Number 1's got the ball, and we've got a foul somewhere.
Fouls on the Lions, number 15, Laura Moser.
Wait, I'm confused on who that foul was on. It was on Laura? White ball. Okay, so it was a foul on the Lions.
Substitution on.
Laura usually knows when she fouls. She's not sure what she did that time. I can tell by the look on her face. Looks like the refs are really laying it down on that. Off to number 2. Number 2 works her way down the court, gives it to 1. 1's pushing on Molly. I'm not quite sure what that's about. Oh, we got a trip. Illegal block on Molly. That's 4 for Molly.
Fouls on the Lions, number 10, Molly Moser, her 4th. Team's 5th.
5 minutes. Looks like we've got a substitution. Molly's out.
Substitution Lions, number 4, Kalina Jackson.
Ball's tossed in by 1, picked up. We got a jump. Kalina would not let go of that ball. She got hit. Okay, she's all right. Kalina's tough. She doesn't like to complain. Possession goes to the Lions.
Jump ball, possession for the Lions.
The tie was calling White to get that ball, but they don't see the possession arrow. And the ball's tipped away, picked up by 10. Todd tosses it down to 1, off of her hands and out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions. 5 minutes, 38 seconds left in the game. 30-22.
So for the Lions, number 44, Melody Burnett.
Kaylee's got the ball. She's got 2 girls on. She tosses it over to Evie. Evie drives her way down. She's got 2 girls on and it's knocked out of bounds.
Ball out of bounds of the Panther basketball.
Ball goes to the Panthers.
Way off of her.
Number 1 to 2. She's got Kalina all over her. She tosses it off to 22. 22 underneath Laura. Tosses it up, picked up by Melody, but knocked out of her hands. Picked up by 2 and Kalina, but 2 gets it away from her. Tosses it back to 1. 1's got Kalina on her. I bet she takes a 3. Nope, she tosses it into 22. It's out of 22's fingers. And back in, but out of bounds. Ball goes to the Lions. 5 minutes left in the game. Ball goes to Kalina. Kalina back to Evie. Evie brings the ball down, tosses it to Kalina. Kalina gets tripped.
Fouls at 22, Tia Costanza.
1-1, I think. Kalina's taking a beating today.
Her 4th. Team's 9, shooting 1 of 1.
First one's up. It's good. 23-30.
Be ready. Be ready. All right. Work your way back.
Second one's up. And no good. Picked up by Melody, who pops it up. And picked up by Melody again. She pops it up and in. 25 to 30. 4 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. Number 1 drives her way down the court. She's under the basket and travels. Lions ball. Evie to Kalina. Kalina back to Evie. Trying to break the press. Off to Kalina. Kalina back to Evie. Nice. Nicely done. Off to Melody. Melody stops. She shoots. No good. Picked up by Laura. She shoots. She scores. 27 to 30. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. Good job, Laura. Lockland takes a timeout. That's the end of the timeout. Panther ball down on their on the Lions side of the court.
Don't let her take you out.
So we got Molly back in the game.
Don't go too far out.
Molly tosses, number 10 tosses it down to 22. 22 drives her way down the court. She tosses it 2, who's by herself under the basket. She pops it up and over, and it's out. Ball goes to the Lions. Off the top of somebody's head, it looked like. That's what I heard. I didn't see it, but that's what the ref seemed to indicate. That's using your head. Kaylee back to Evie. Evie gets the ball stolen from her, but she steals it right back. Gives it to Molly. Molly down the court to Melody, who, out of bounds. Out of bounds. That's all right. Number 22. Number 22 drives her way down. She travels. She does not look happy. Lions ball. 4 minutes left in the game. Kaylee back to Evie. Evie over to Molly. Tipped by 22. 22 bobbles. She stops. She goes out of bounds. They called that for the Panthers, I think. But that didn't look right to me, but I'm not on the line. Number 1 tosses it 22. 22 stops to shoot. It gets tipped. Picked up by 10. Number 1 takes a long shot over the basket. Picked up by 22, who takes a shot over the basket. Picked up by Molly. Molly gets tripped. I don't know who that call was on, though. On number 1. And that's 2 shots for Molly.
Fouls on Lockland number 1, Nania Roundtree. Puts the Lions in a double bonus. They'll be shooting 2 shots.
What he said. Molly lines up for her first shot. It's up. It's no good.
Be ready, Melody. Strong.
Second shot's up. No good. Picked up by Melody, who pops it up and in. 28 to 30. 3 minutes, 31 seconds left in the game. 29 to 30. I thought it was 28. No, 29. Number 1 working her way under the basket. She comes under. She pops it up and over the basket. Picked up by 22. 22 gets fouled on the shot. I don't know who by.
Fouls on number 3, Kaylee.
3. Okay.
First,
2 shots.
Shooting 2. Yeah, just hit.
First shot's up. I'm betting it's good. Yep, it's good. 31-29. Second shot. Up. No good. Picked up by Melody. Melody gets fouled, but it's not called. Given to Kaylee. Kaylee all the way down to Evie. Evie stops. She shoots and gets fouled on the shot.
Come on, Evie.
Foul on white 3.
Fouls on number 3, Iron Cunningham.
That's her 5th foul.
6th foul. Substitution line, number 2, Mary Domingo Sims. Shooting 2 for the Lions. Evie Angelo.
And that's good, 30-31.
Come on, Evie.
Second one's good, 31-31. It's a tie game. The Panthers are going to lay on the pressure. You got number 1 down the court. She stops. She backs up. She tosses it off to 2. 2 can't shoot. She travels.
Traveling by Mitch Lions basketball sub number 4, Clayton Johnson.
Evie to Kalina, or Kaylee. Kaylee back to Evie. Evie drives down. She stops. Tosses it back to Kaylee. Kaylee drives up the center. She stops. She shoots a 3. No good. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds for the Lockland basketball.
Drop
10-1.
There you go. Cheat it, Melanie. Cheat it.
One works her way down, leisurely down the court.
That's the way. Keep those hands.
Tosses to 22. 22-32. 32 can't shoot. She doesn't know what to do. She tosses it. Kaylee picks up the ball. Kaylee drives down, passes it off to Molly. Molly loses it. She picks it back up again, gives it back to Evie. Evie shoots. No good. Picked up by number 2. Number 2 off to 22. 22 drives her way down. She's got Kaylee on. She tosses it to 10. 10 to 1. 1 drives her at the center. She stops, passes it back to 2, who shoots a 3. No good. Picked up by, oh, come on, guys. Picked up by Molly, who gets knocked over by 22.
That is her 5th. She's fouled.
2 minutes, 1 second left.
Substitution Lockland number 5, Asia Warman.
Melanie, keep your head up. Breathe.
Oh, looks like a timeout's been called.
And full timeout for Lockland.
By Lockland. Trying to figure out what to do. At the end of the timeout, 2 minutes, 1 second left. Tie game.
Shooting 2 for Lions number 10, Molly Lozier.
Molly gets 2 shots from the foul.
You ready,
But you just
Melanie?
saw that.
You got this. You got it.
Ref tells everybody 2 shots. Take your time. You're not going anywhere. Molly lines it up. She shoots. No good.
Be ready, Lions. Be ready.
She lines it up. She shoots. No good. Picked up by number 10. And jump. Possession to the Panthers. Good job, Kalina. Oh no, we've got a foul on number 4. That puts us in the 1-1. I thought that was a jump.
For Clayton Jackson. 15 seconds.
My mistake.
Shooting 1-1 for Lockland, number 10, Jasmine Roberts.
I thought she had her hands on the ball. First one's up. No good. Picked up by Molly. Molly's getting shoved by, or she's getting shoved in her hand. She takes it down the court. She stops, passes it off to Kalina. Kalina bobbles, passes it back to Molly. Nicely done. Passes it up to Melody. Melody's up, and oh, no good. No good. It's on the floor. It's out of bounds. Ball stays with the Lions. Ball goes back to Kaylee. Kaylee shoots a 3. No good. Picked up by Kalina. Kalina's looking to get rid of it. And we've got a timeout called by the Lions. 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the game. Tie score. 30 seconds. At the end of the third, end of the 30-second timeout. Lions ball under their basket. Tie score, 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the game. Evie's got the ball. She tosses it to Molly. Molly is getting mugged by number 2. Tosses it to Kalina. Kalina drives her way around. She stops. She shoots. No good. Picked up by Melody, who pops it up and in. And Lions lead for the first time this game, 33-31. 1 minute 18 seconds left in the game. Off to number 2. Number 2 off to Kaylee. Kaylee's got number 2 on her. She drives down. She gives it off to Kalina. Kalina takes the ball, drives it across the half-point line. She gives it back to Evie. Evie off to Kalina. Kalina back to Molly. Oh, Evie intercepted and shoots. No good. And it looks like we got a Sia White in the reception zone there. Number 10 tosses it down to 1. 1 drives away to the basket. She drives away. Comes back out again. A wall of black prevented her. She takes a 3. No good. Picked up by Melody. Melody gives it to Kalina. Kalina works her way down the court. We got a timeout called. So at this point, I think we're going to be playing the game to keep the ball away from the other team.
Pretty much.
40 seconds left in the game, 31-33. You got to wonder what's going on in the minds of the coaches and players right now. This is a high-pressure game. It started out, the Lions started out slow, but they've picked it up and really recovered in the second half. See if that momentum can continue for the next 40 seconds of the game or not. The refs are talking about something. Don't know what. All right, Abby's taking the ball out. Or tossing the ball out. Tossing the ball in from having taken it out. Abby gives the ball to Kalina. Kalina drives her way up. She gives it to Kaylee. Kaylee back to Abby. Abby over to Molly. Molly back to Abby. Abby to Kaylee. Kaylee to Abby. Oh, tipped by number 1, but up to Kaylee. Kaylee back to Abby. Abby over to Kalina. Kalina to Kaylee. Kaylee to Evie. Evie to Molly. Molly gets fouled. Two shots for Molly. Timeout called by Lockland. And 30 seconds.
Shots for the Lions, number 10, Molly Moser.
All right, we're back from the timeout. Molly gets 2 shots, 14 seconds left in the game.
Come on, Molly, you got this.
If she sinks both of these, then that's a really good sign. First one's up, no good. Now, if she gets this next one, that'll protect us from a 2-point game, but not a 3-point game. Lions does. No pressure. Second one's up. It's good. 34-31. Ball goes down to number 1. Number 1 drives her way to the basket. She travels, tosses it to 32, tosses it over the basket. Picked up by Molly. Molly getting shoved around here. She tosses it to Kaylee. Kaylee way down the court to Kalina, and that's game.
Final score, 34, Panthers, 31.
Congratulations, Lions, from a major comeback. 34-31 against the Lockland Panthers.